What's up? This is Square2448 with a Farming Simulator 17 video, and today we'll be building some walkways with the Cat Skidsteer, and we'll be using the F650 to transport it over to the job site, and we'll be building some crushed stone walkways for a brand new house that just got built. So let's hop in the F650 and attach it to the trailer. Now, you guys have been really liking this truck, so I think we'll be doing some pretty cool builds with this, maybe changing out the beds and everything like that. So we'll back up here, and this hitch does move around, or else we would definitely be damaging the trailer because it's way too high up for this hitch. So we'll kind of back up slowly, and we do need to readjust here. But once we got on the job site, we are using a brand new dump truck, which is really nice. We got that attached, and the hitch did lower down to its lowest setting. We'll pull it forward here, and as we put the ramps down, I believe that they are automatic here. And this was a very highly requested video, so if you do have any cool building ideas for me, let me know down below in the comments, and I will definitely build something epic with your idea. So we'll kind of pull forward here, and when you do load up a skid steer, you always want to go slow and not really kind of stop midway. Just, whoa, looks like we are kind of glitching out, if you would say. And awesome, we kind of did that, and sometimes every now and then there is a few collisions, but we got that loaded up, and I wish that we could kind of strap that down, but we'll make our way over. And this is one nice awesome setup, and this is one very powerful Super Duty since it's an F650. And the house is just down the street, and like I was saying, it's a brand new house, and it's a giant house, so we have to build a lot of different types of walkways, one from the front door, then a few from the back door, and even a side door. So we definitely have a lot to do, and we have a lot of material on scene with two dump trucks. So take a look at that. You guys can already see the two dump trucks, and I mean, we'll be taking a look at those up close very soon. But look, this is one giant house, even larger than the house over there. So I think we'll kind of pull off to the side of the road right here, and I think we'll just kind of put the ramps down, but we won't really be needing the skid steer just yet, since we do have to remove the grass. And once this car kind of goes by, we'll kind of cross the street, and usually you do not want to be jumping out in front of moving cars, but we'll be using this pretty awesome tractor right here. This is like a Lamborghini tractor. I mean, that's pretty awesome to have one. We'll be using this machine here, and this is one nice Volvo truck. I mean, this thing looks awesome. Take a look at the front. And we do have the second gen Dodge, which I think we'll be doing some pretty epic videos with. So let's hop in this tractor, and we definitely need to kind of get started since we have to do a lot of different type of walkways today. So I think we'll back up. We do have to kind of turn the machine on. Let's see if it turns on. And it looks like we did kind of have to change it over. And when we do pull out into the street, I will make sure that the traffic is clear, but luckily there is none at the moment. We'll kind of back up, we'll lower this down, and we want to do a really good job. So let's make sure there's no traffic coming either way. It looks like it's not that much traffic today, which is going to be very helpful. So we got that walkway done, and we actually want a walkway to kind of come over here, if you would say, kind of connecting the driveway to this. That way you don't really have to walk in the street, if you would say. And this walkway will actually kind of loop around like this, and they kind of want it a little bit out since they will be installing some flower beds along the house, which will look pretty nice. And luckily, and if we do a good job, they might hire us to do that. We'll lift this up, and so far this walkway is going to be a giant one. We'll back up here, and look at that, it actually tells you your speed and everything like that. And I do have some very epic videos planned for each of the awesome days, so I do hope that you guys are ready for some very cool ones, because they are going to be awesome. So we'll kind of pull out here, and I think we do have to get closer to that one door. Now there is just a little hill, and you guys can see the tractor is struggling just a little bit, and it looks like we are unable to kind of get this little area. Yeah, it looks like we can't get that area, which is a little frustrating. We just will kind of have to not go there, but take a look at that. We kind of already finished with that one machine, and you guys can see that needs some work, so we'll have to kind of fix that up on another day. But for now, we are just going to get the majority of it done. So we'll put down the front cultivator here, and this is, I believe, a DLC. We'll switch and lower this one down. Now this one at first sight does look like a plow that you would use to kind of plow some fields out, but it is actually a cultivator, which is very interesting. But looks like we almost have like the main foundation done, and usually on this you would pretty much want to compact it, but we do not have a compactor. And I would like to thank you all for the continued support on the daily content. I'm really enjoying all these awesome, pretty cool videos that I do each and every day. So over here now, I think the Skidsteer might have a little bit of problems on this hill, but I think we'll be doing a good job for the most part. And I think right here, since we still do have this machine, we'll kind of switch. We'll turn it on, and we'll kind of get as close as we can. I think that will definitely kind of look a little bit better. Yeah, that already looks better. And then let's see if we could kind of get closer here. I would like to do a really good job, like I was saying. If you do a good job, then they will want to hire us back. Awesome, so it didn't help too much, but it was worth the try. We'll lower this down, and then we'll kind of get started on the spreading of the crushed stone. Now the stone that we are using, guys, is really good stone. I'm very excited to be using it. It will actually, it's all round stones, so you will not be damaging or even hurting your feet when you kind of walk barefoot on it, anything like that. Whoa, look at that. You always have to look both ways. But I think we'll kind of park this across the street because we won't be needing it. And that will probably give us a lot more room. So we do have all the hazard lights and everything on, which is good. And I think to kind of speed up the process, we might bring the Skidsteer just right over here and dump into it. And we'll be using the new truck, and if we need to, we'll be using the Dodge, which has some in it. But I think that for the major sections of this crushed stone walkway, I think that this large truck will do it. Now we are using this older Cat Skidsteer. It's a very nice one, and I will definitely look into kind of fixing up the Bobcat. It does not really function exactly how it did, so that's why we are still using this, but it's pretty nice that we do have a side street to go and to kind of do all this work on, because that saves us a lot of time instead of running out into the street or anything like that, even blocking the street. So we kind of got a bucket full right here, and I think that this probably could be pretty efficient, but I'm not sure if we'll kind of continue to do it this way. We might just dump a pile, and I think that we'll probably do that, but we'll raise this up, and we'll kind of start. Oh yeah, this walkway looks pretty cool, and it is a little bit larger, so I think we'll kind of go along and kind of clean it up a little. And this is just one very large walkway, so we definitely need to come over here and scrape some up. Awesome, so we are definitely kind of getting this, and that actually looks pretty good how it is. And as you kind of drive on this, it also kind of flattens itself out. So I think for the most part, I think it's going to be easier for us to kind of keep the truck just how it is instead of dumping it out, because then we have to clean up any extra. So we'll just kind of come up, and this is also pretty realistic because you can just dump straight into the bucket, as you guys can see. That's awesome. And I would like to thank all the very nice modders for releasing all these pretty cool mods. I really do enjoy playing Farm Sim with all these high quality mods, and these mod creators do and put a lot of effort into them, and I do appreciate each and every one of them for making awesome mods. So I think we'll kind of pull forward here, we'll kind of put some down and back up. Now there is no traffic coming, or else I would have paid kind of more attention to that, but we'll kind of tilt the bucket, and it looks like some of it does not want to come out. Awesome, so we kind of got that done, and we definitely need to drive over this, get it flattened out a little. So that's a pretty decent amount done so far, and this is one large task. And I mean, this is probably one of the largest walkways we are building since, I believe we did build a walkway pretty long time ago, but it was a pretty small one. So I thought we'll kind of go big for this one because you guys have been asking for one. And if you do have any cool video ideas, let me know down below in the comments. and I will definitely be making a video with your idea. I really do also thank you all for the ideas, because those are awesome ideas which I use to make these daily videos. So I'm just going to kind of drive over this, and as you guys can see, for some reason it's not exactly spreading exactly how I really want it to, but we kind of do have to clean up the edges, and I think we'll just kind of focus on over here, and maybe there will be a part 2 to this, because I mean, we did not do too much, but I might actually give it a try, and let's actually go get the smaller dump truck. I think we'll do that. Let's give it a try. We might be able to completely speed up this entire process, but it could also damage a lot of the grass at the same time. So I think it's worth a try. I think we'll just kind of leave the skid steer here, and if this doesn't work, I think we'll call it a day. But this one will definitely kind of prevent any damage because it is a lot lighter and has a lighter load. So I think we'll kind of back up here, and let's see if we could just make small piles which we could run over. And that's actually a very large pile, so I'm not sure about that. But let's kind of back up here, and awesome. So we kind of got 2 piles, and as you kind of drive over, it does kind of flatten itself out. So let's kind of drive over it with a very heavy truck. So that's actually coming along pretty well. That was a pretty creative idea that I came up with. So I think we'll kind of continue to just dump some piles here. And I really do not want to be moving that large truck, because that's just going to start it up when we could easily kind of move around it like we are. And I know it's a little unrealistic to kind of drive a truck over a walkway, but take a look at that, guys. We did that walkway. It actually looks very nice, and that's actually pretty efficient. So let's hop in the skid steer. We'll kind of clean some of this up before we call it a day, but we actually did a lot in very little time just by dumping some piles. But like I was saying, you do run the risk of kind of damaging the grass with all the weight from all these rocks and everything like that. We'll kind of drive over this, and then I think we'll drive up along the side and clean some of it up. Oh yeah, that's doing a great job cleaning up the side of this. And actually, with all of this, we can kind of come over here and dump it, and this first person view looks very nice. Awesome, so I think that's going to be good. We'll kind of park this right over here. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video of building this walkway. It looks very good so far. I wish that we could use like a hand rake to kind of rake it out. But thanks for watching, and subscribe for more.